Channel 6 News is everywhere. Coming up next.
Plenty of hard news ahead. The latest on the budget battle in New York.
I'm Brian Gumbel. Straight ahead this morning on the Early Show, we'll check out a special school that offers help to troubled kids. We'll continue our Saving Your Marriage series with a look at how time apart could actually help save a relationship. And we'll talk with David Copperfield about his latest TV special. That and more straight ahead this morning on the Early Show.
This segment of Channel 6 News is brought to you by Route 4 Golf Center.
6:11 now, Tuesday morning.
And Shawn is over at Niskayuna High School.
We are going back to school this morning, getting very scientific. Geraniums, begonias, impatiens, what to plant in the springtime. You should really just consult the kids here at Niskayuna High because they've been doing soil tests as part of their earth sciences class. Okay, so first of all, Brad, tell me, what's the story with the soil test?
Well, we're testing for certain elements in the soil because if you have too many of a certain element, your plants aren't going to grow well.
Or if you have just the right number, they will. It's all about what makes the soil fertile, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to help Landon out here. The soil, actually, teacher tells me, came from Washington, D.C., but that's okay. This is just prep work. They're actually going to be offering the community soil samples in preparation for springtime. Landon, what do I do?
Just fill this test tube up with water and pour it into this tube about up to the top.
Oh, dear. Okay.
I'll hold it.
How much was I supposed to get some chunks of soil in there, too?
No, just the water.
Am I done?
Just a little bit further up.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, we've got Marissa over here. Marissa, you guys, as I said, in the Daily Gazette soon are going to be offering the community to send in their soil. Why don't you tell me about that while we test this out?
What we want is for people to send in soil from all around Niskayuna because we want to, we're going to test it and see what chemicals are, or, elements in the soil are where, and, what part of Niskayuna they're most at.
And that's coming up at the end of this month. And then in May, the Daily Gazette, I'm told, your teacher tells me, you guys are going to run the ads with some sample forms in there that they can send in with a baggie of soil. Okay, now what do we know? I know this takes a few minutes to turn a different color, but the colors actually mean something. Okay, tell me here, Brad, what are we talking? Phosphorus, nitrogen, what?
Yeah, nitrogen is the red, and phosphorus is blue, and potassium is the clear-colored one.
Okay, these are the completed samples. All right, here's a quiz for you. Okay, what's good about nitrogen? What's it give the soil?
I'm not sure.
How about phosphorus?
I think it makes the roots stronger.
It does. I'm cheating because I'm staring up at the beautiful posters you guys have made. It does. Phosphorus is considered the root builder, and nitrogen, of course, makes the plants grow strong. Okay, we're continuing our soil test here this morning.
All right, Shawn, thanks. 6:13 now.
Here's a look at last night's winning lottery numbers. In New York, the daily 711. The win for 7947. Take 5, 9, 17, 18, 19, 33. Massachusetts daily 6912. The Mass Millions 25, 26, 28, 40, 45, 46. The bonus 31. In Northern New England, pick 3, 683, and the pick 4, 2680.
Up next on Channel 6 First News, traffic and weather together on the 6s. And what now for former Yankee star Darryl Strawberry following another arrest in Florida?
This segment of Channel 6 News is brought to you by Hood. Now, your instant Doppler 6 forecast.
6:16 on the 3rd of April. Here's where we should be, right around 37 degrees by noontime with a couple of sprinkles floating around perhaps at 6 p.m. 40. And we may see a rain or a snow shower this afternoon. The sun sets at 7:23. Check this morning's forecast and more. But first, Michelle Adams got her eye on the cars. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, good morning, Tom. Well, road conditions really haven't changed too drastically since the last time around. In Half Moon Wooden Road, you're going to find that closed with some construction throughout the day between Cambridge and Colonial Drive, so expect a detour through there. Northway southbound, no problems at the Mohawk River. Just a couple of cars heading through the I-90 interchange, and the thruway looks good at the tolls. This Channel 6 News Traffic Track is sponsored by Mailboxes, etc., your full-service copy and shipping center. Tom.
Thanks a lot, Michelle. At 6:17, here's the winter weather radar. We've seen some light snow up to the north, a lot of it over just north of Rutland. Very quiet for the capital region. We're watching a little system pushing through Michigan right now. I'll show you that in just a moment. Clear and 24 at the top of the hour for Albany. No wind and the pressure at 30.06, and 20s around the region. 24 now in Albany, 21 in Glens Falls, partly cloudy conditions. 25 for North Adams, 27 for Pittsfield. A little warmer down to the south with Poughkeepsie at 31, New York City at 38. Out to the west, Buffalo at 30 degrees and 29 in Elmira this hour. All right, satellite and radar together. Right now we have one system exiting. We still have that flow out of the northwest right across the lakes. A little moisture for us. They got that cloud cover like we had yesterday. We did see some breaks at the end of the day, and we're likely to see more sunshine today, but still some cloudiness to deal with. This system coming through Michigan is starting to move down to the south, and it will be to the south of us, but it may widen out a little bit, so we cannot rule out a shower of the rain or snow variety as we work our way through the afternoon. Most of this is going to stay to the south. We're in pretty good shape. Another little system back in the northern plains giving them some spring snow. Don't you love those? And still out of the Pacific Northwest, they are dealing with some rain and snow. 30s in the northern tier of states, and you work your way down to the 70s in Texas, 68 in Phoenix. You like to check that one. Little sunshine for the day with some clouds. That system down to the south, from Albany on down to the south. Best chance for a shower, and temperatures today in the low 40s for the afternoon. 20s this morning, though. Variably cloudy, flurry or a sprinkle possible. 42 this afternoon. Better chance to see any precipitation. A rain or snow shower possible. Clouds with some sunny breaks. 25 to 30 tonight. Partly cloudy and chilly. Mix of sun and clouds for tomorrow, 46 on Wednesday. And then we get up into the 50s for Thursday. We could see some cloudiness and maybe a late day shower, 48 on Friday, and some showers possible. And looks like we are at least dry to start the weekend, Ed.
All right, thanks, Tom. 6:19, stories we're watching on Channel 6 First News. The Senate opens debate on President Bush's budget. To pay for the big tax cut, it proposes limiting spending increases to 4%. The president will be pushing for his plan today in Delaware. Japan's foreign minister angry over another incident involving a U.S. sub. This time, Japan says the Navy did not give 24 hours notice, as it is supposed to, before it entered a Japanese port. And the House Speaker, Dennis Hastert, supposedly will get out of the hospital later today after checking in with kidney stones. He is expected to resume a normal work schedule. Up next on Channel 6 First News, we have Market Watch. Profit warnings prompt some big sell-offs on Wall Street.
This segment of Channel 6 News is brought to you by Cambridge Management.
.622 now, time for Market Watch. First quarter earnings are coming in, and the numbers are not good. Here's Alexis Christoforous.
Well, the second quarter did not get off to a very promising start for investors. More profit warnings and the recent tensions between the U.S. and China weighed heavily on investors' minds. The Dow Industrials slid 100 points to close at 97.77. The Nasdaq Composite sank 57 points to a 29-month low. Now, American Express sparked the sell-off we saw in the financial sector after warning that earnings will be 20% below estimates, partly because of the sluggish economy. Here at the Nasdaq, Amazon.com saw its stock fall to a near 3-year low. This is after CEO Jeff Bezos admitted that he regrets some of the investments he's made in other fledgling e-commerce companies like the now defunct Living.com and Pets.com. In case you're keeping track, since November, Amazon stock is down an eye-popping 80%. And the profit warnings, they just kept rolling in after the closing bell. Ariba, Epiphany, Redback Networks, and Inc2Me all said they're going to cut jobs and that earnings will not meet estimates. And Xerox chimed in. It said it will delay the release of its full year 2000 earnings report. On today's economic calendar, we'll get a look at February factory orders, but the big report comes Friday with the release of the February jobs report. To track your portfolio or all the after the bell action, just head to cbs.marketwatch.com. I'm Alexis Christoforous in New York.
6:23 up next on Channel 6 First News. There's a new player in the online music game. Get ready for MusicNet.
This segment of Channel 6 News is brought to you by Route 4 Golf Center.
6:26, we check weather on the 6s. Here's Tom.
All right, clear right now in Albany. We will see a few clouds build in. Here's some sunshine today as well, and the chance of a shower this afternoon, 42. The high, partly cloudy, chilly tonight, 28. The overnight low tomorrow, a mixture of sunshine and clouds and a high of 46, Ed.
All right, thanks, Tom. Online music distribution gets a new look with the start of a company called MusicNet. Steve Young with that.
Santana fans will be able to get Maria Maria and more online later this year. That's because after fiercely fighting Napster, the renegade internet service, three music giants are now playing a different tune. Bertelsmann, EMI, and Warner Music are forming a new company called MusicNet. They're licensing their music catalogs to the independent startup whose technology is supposed to keep them from getting ripped off. MusicNet is using distributors initially including AOL, the parent of Warner Music, and Real Networks. Consumers will buy music online by track as well as album for a subscription fee.
People will get the ability to try and mix and match, and there'll be a certain price that they'll pay for doing that up to a certain number of tracks, and they can stream them where they get immediate gratification, or they can download them, and so it'll be a very flexible solution, and different partners will package it and price it in different ways.
This is by far the largest and most important announcement we've seen in legitimate digital music marketplace to this point.
MusicNet says it's even willing to let Napster be a distributor if it plays by the rules. And it says Microsoft could play a part as a distributor, too. But analysts say it could take some time before this produces significant revenue.
The next year or so will be more testing than anything meaningful to the bottom line of any record company or any startup service.
There will be a duel between MusicNet and Duet, a similar service started by the two other big music companies, Sony and Vivendi Universal. The news comes on the eve of a Senate hearing on online entertainment. Rockers and record execs will be testifying before the Judiciary Committee on copyright law in the era of digital downloads. Steve Young, CNN Financial News, New York.
We're on the radio at 87.7 FM. Up next on Channel 6 First News, traffic and weather together on the 6s, and more comment on the Hudson River dredging issue.